Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 14. And last episode, just a bunch of things came to a head when it came to Gabby killing Sasha and Nicole learning about it and wanting to kill her and then wanting up hurting Falco really bad. Mikasa came to Gabby's help when Kaya wanted to kill her. And then you have Flock, the Yeagerist, and Eren just show up in the restaurant, and Eren is like wants to have a discussion with Mikasa and Armin, Gabby also at the table there, and then they learned that they have been making the top military brass or whatever drink this wine that has Zeke's spinal fluid in it. So yeah, I am really interested. Like, I'm really curious about what Eren wants to talk about. Because, yeah, I've just not. I just don't know what's going on with him in this season. So, I'm really looking forward to that. And before we get into this episode, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/Felimini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. Episode 773. Savagery. Makes sense. They probably drink the wine, right? Where's he going? They all drink it? Yep. He's gonna feel responsible. I knew it. I knew it. You about to die, man. You about to die. Oh, you see here? You don't look excited. Raw. When Eren came and wanted to speak to Armin and Mikasa, I'm like, okay, I really want to know, like, what's going through his mind. What, like, but the way he treated them, I don't know what this conversation that him and Zeke had, but this is not the Eren that I know that was protective of his friends and everything. Like, the way he talked to Mikasa just told her that she was being a slave basically to him, to the fact that the Ackermans are supposed to protect the kings and or whatever, and because he gave her the order of to fight that day when she was captured and all that, that's why she's been so, I guess, so loyal to him, wanting to protect him at all costs. It was because she was being a slave to her heritage, I guess. And then when the way she was just sort of like basically tearing Mikasa down, and Armin was not okay with that. And when he spoke up about it, and he was like so angry about the way that Eren was treating Mikasa, and in that anger he punched him. And then Eren just like Eren told Mikasa that he hated her ever since they were children. Like, to hear that from someone that you have loved, protected for so long. And then when Armin came up to Mikasa's defense, and then Eren, like, Mikasa sort of like reacted like she usually does when it comes to protecting Eren, you know, she turned against Armin. And then Eren just started beating up Armin, like, do you know why we haven't fought before? Because it wouldn't be a fair fight. And he was just beating Armin down. And I'm like, this is an Eren that I don't want to have anything to do with. Like, I still want to believe that he's doing all of this. Like, it's a plan from him somehow to make, I don't know, Zeke and his Yeagerists and whoever's following him thinks that he's in with their ideals or whatever, and that he's just playing along or something or other. But to go to this extent when it comes to the way that you are dealing with your oldest friends, they've been friends since they were kids, and you treat them this way, I'm like, and then you have the Levi and Zeke side of things. When Levi learned that, you know, all the things that happened with the Yeagerists and everything, and then he's like, there's another thing that he can do, and it's that to have someone else eat Zeke, right? And then when he got back down, and then you see Zeke running away, and I'm like, in my mind I'm thinking that he's like using his scream. And yeah, they went away, and he just transformed, like, everyone. Levi's people, he just transformed all of them into Titans. And he believed, he thought that Levi wouldn't hurt them, wouldn't kill them. And then when he was running away with those, well, was he 2 or 3 times? I don't know. But one of them was carrying him. And then he kept talking and talking about, that what Levi's mistake was, and, in thinking that they still had hope, they still had time or something or other. I don't know. The way he kept talking and talking, like, in his mind, he's thinking that Levi is not going to do anything to his people, right? And I'm here. I know they cut away from that scene, but I was here just in my mind. I'm like, Levi's gonna come. He's gonna sneak up on you, like, in no time. And that's exactly what happened. And he just Levi, oh my gosh, he is so, like, amazing. He defeated all those Titans that were his friends, his comrades, and then he went after Zeke, defeated those Titans that were around him. Zeke transformed, and then he defeated him as well, like, all by himself. Then he's like, he's not gonna kill him right now. I don't know. When he defeated him, and then when he said in the earlier in the episode that they were gonna have someone eat Zeke, in my mind I'm thinking that he's gonna be the one, like, he's gonna change himself into a Titan and eat Zeke. I don't know, that's what my mind went. But then he's like, I'm not gonna kill you right now. And then he took him there's someplace, and then he has this thing in him that he kept, like, cutting him up. And I'm like, oh, I totally feel you, because he's the reason that he has lost all his comrades, man. These many people, he doesn't give a damn about his people. He uses them like nothing. So I understand when the Levi was like, just like cutting him up. But, like, I mean, I can see it. Like, when he did that first cut, I think he cut off his feet or something or other. I don't know. But when he did that, I'm like, ugh. But I totally feel him. Like, this dude has been playing us. I still don't know what the ultimate goal is. But I've been saying that I don't trust this person. And he's been playing us ever since him and Yelena came to Eldia, Paradise Island, whatever. Like, I haven't trusted him. And then you have Eren also. Whatever's going on with him, I'm like, and then they showed, what was his name again? The person that was training Eren when they were in the court, when they were cadets. What was his name again? Keith. Excuse me. When they showed these new cadets and Keith talking to them and just, I don't know, about to, I don't know. Whatever he was saying, there were some cadets among all the cadets that were like, why are we even doing this? We should be learning how to shoot arms and stuff instead of wanting to kill Titans because people are enemies now or something or other, I don't know. But then this flop, she showed up with Hanji and then was sort of like trying to rally the cadets behind them, right? And the Yeagerists, and they're like, do you want to follow Eren or do you want to follow this Keith person and his outdated teachings and all that? And then some of them came out, and then he's like, okay, now be Keith to pop. I've said it ever since this character showed up in the anime that I have not liked him. And I don't quite remember what reaction it was, but there was a discussion in the comments about how Flock was a psycho. And I'm like, yeah, I totally agree. He's a psycho. He's a psychopath. I hate his character. Nah, nothing he does appeals to me. Like, if he was to die right there, I won't shed a tear. Like, I want him gone. Basically, I want him gone. I can't stand him. And then he urged these cadets to beat Keith up, and they beat him up. And then when he was telling Hanji to follow him and show them where Zeke was, and I'm like, I thought Hanji was gonna be like, no, I'm not doing what you want anymore. You know, even if you kill me. That's where my mind went. They didn't actually show what happened. I mean, she was still there looking at Keith on the floor, and then Flock was like telling her to follow them. I don't know if she follows them or not, but I guess if I was in her place, I would be like, no, I'm not doing this. You can kill me. I'm not gonna tell you where Zeke is, because clearly they are sort of like radicalized in whatever way they're thinking. I don't know. Just, I'm not doing it. If I was Hanji, I'm not doing it. You can kill me or whatever, but I'm not taking you to where Zeke is. Now, why is Eren even taking Armin and Mikasa? Where is he taking them to? Like, what does he want with them? You know, and I'm gonna go back to this again. So he's taking Armin and Mikasa with him because he wants them to tell him where Zeke is. Do they even know where Zeke is? I don't know that they do. And then during that conversation as well, he mentioned the fact that Armin kept going to see Annie, and that does he think that he's doing that on his own? Like, he ate Bertolt, and Bertolt had a thing for Annie, so he's saying that it's because of Bertolt that Armin kept going to see Annie. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So he's saying that basically that Armin is a slave to Bertolt's mind, history, feelings, whatever. And then he's saying that Mikasa is a slave to her Ackerman heritage, whatever. Now you, meaning Eren, he's saying he's free. How are you free again? Like, he also ate a bunch of people. Who's to say that their mentality, their whatever, is not controlling his actions? You know? What makes him think that he is free of all those things? You know? Like, Eren, you are getting on my nerves. I feel like this season, a bunch of people have been getting on my nerves. Like, a lot of people. A lot of people. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see the next episode right now, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/filmini. You can also see the full life of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.